Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. I am Dua, a consultant clinical psychologist, and today we are going to explore practical and research-backed strategies that you can use to help a child on the autism spectrum and develop speech and functional communication. Whether you are a parent, carer, teacher, or a therapist, I'll walk you through what to do, why it works, and how to set up at home or in a session. Let's dive in. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, just go subscribe and like the video so that you guys can get latest updates. So first of all, let's talk about why it matters. Children on the autism spectrum often face differences or delays in how they use speech and language. Speech and language therapy is one of the most common interventions for autism. The aim is not just perfect pronunciation, but helping the child express wants, ideas, needs in a way that works for them. For many children, we start with sounds or gestures and gradually build towards words and sentences, okay? With that in mind, I'm going to tell you through 3 core techniques that you can apply right away. Okay, so technique number 1 is sound play and imitation. It can be visuals of animal toys, car toys, child imitating sounds, etc. Okay, so before a child is using full words, many begin with making vocalisations, imitating noises or actions. Research shows that imitation of actions, sounds, and gestures is a foundational communication skills for children with autism. And now let's talk about how to do it. Pick a toy or object the child really enjoys. For example, a toy car or an animal figure. Model a fun sound. Say vroom, vroom if it's a car, or meow if it's a cat. Emphasize mouth movement so that the child can see you. Okay? Then pause and invite. Your turn. Vroom. Or your turn. Meow. Okay. Wait for several seconds. This pause is important because you are giving the child a chance to attempt something. Okay. Celebrate any attempt. Yes, good room. If the attempt is a vowel or a sound, praise it. After a few rounds, introduce the label car, car, or cat, cat. With the same toy, encourage the child to attempt the word. Keep it fun, playful, and low pressure. Use exaggerated smiling and mouth movements. Okay? Imitation is really important. The child will do the same that they imitate. Okay? What they observe, they will do the same. If we talk about general children, if we should, there are a lot of experiments in psychology that shows that whatever you show to them, they will do the same. Okay? Because observational learning plays a major and a crucial role. Okay? So keep sessions short if attention is limited, like 2 to 3 minutes block. Okay? So if you keep the 2 to 3 minute blocks, so it would be like, if the child will be able to maintain the attention. Okay, because they can't pay much attention, so they start with less time and slowly and gradually keep on increasing the time. Don't think about I would do this today for 1 hour, I do this today for half an hour. No, Start it with few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and more. Okay, make it a habit so that it will be really easier for them. Okay, choose a distraction free space so that child can focus on the sound and you. By doing this, you are building the child's awareness of using their voice and linking sound, an object, and action. That's the powerful base for later word use. Now, the technique number 2 is choice in functional words. You can show them visuals of snacks, toy choices, picture cards with words like more like help, and give them multiple options and they can select from that. Okay, so technique number 2 is giving the child choice opportunities and targeting functional words they can use right away in meaningful situations. Research emphasizes that helping children communicate functionally, get what they want, express, and need is a key component of effective speech services. And how to do it? So, to execute that, offer two items, choice A versus choice B, or two snacks options. Label both clearly. For example, show a toy car or a toy train. Say car or train, car, train. Encourage the child to choose with gesture, pointing, vocal, attempt. Once they choose, then label it. Okay? And during the session or during while you guys are performing it at home, for parents, I would like to say your environment should be supportive and positive. Your tone should be really positive, encouraging, and your mood should be really good, and like the child feels supported. Okay. If he is unable to do this thing in one attempt, don't get frustrated. Okay, just encourage them. You would do it. Okay, and do it, I will lose hope. Okay, so once they choose it, then they will label it car, your car, and then model a phrase, short phrase, car, go. And use a target word such as more, help, go. Example, at snack time, give a small portion, then hold more and say more. Encourage the child to use the word or gesture for it. Use visual supports, picture, cards, communication boards if needed. For example, show a card for help. Encourage the child to touch a point and label it help, and then you help me. Incorporate turn taking. You say my turn, car goes, and then your turn, then hand the toy. You label and your turn and car go. Okay. Introduce only 1 to 2 new words per session to avoid overload. Okay, because we have to make the session, make the environment, even if it is home, if at school, or if it's your therapy office, always remember that it should be like really supportive. Okay, the child should be it won't be like much frustrated, and it must be really interesting and really engaging for the child. Okay, wherever the colors he like, you should use that and all of these things. Okay, so that it would be very easier for him to learn, then rather than, for example, if you are using it, rather than, for example, using any harsh tone or any of these things, and you always be really in a pleasant mood, be very supportive to him and encourage him, pat him, love him, okay? And always pair the word with action, gesture, or object to give it meaning, okay? So because reinforce immediately and any attempt the child makes vocal gesture and point. When you make communication purposeful to get what the child wants, you increase motivation considerably. Always, whenever they do something that is very positive, and definitely, and always support them, always give them reinforcement, okay? Positive reinforcement is really necessary and it strengthens the behavior, okay? This is most in a crucial role that if you would give them positive reinforcement, then definitely your behavior would be reinforced. Now, technique number 3 is naturalistic play and phrase building, okay? Now, embedding speech into naturalistic play and gradually building towards short phrases. Play is a rich context for communication, especially for children on the spectrum. And how to do it? Choose an activity the child enjoys, like card track, blocks, action, figure play. In begin modeling, the car goes fast. In the car crash, the car stopped. So pause and then invite the child. Your turn. What does the car do? If no response, you prompt car go and then wait. Introduce a second target, a word or phrase. Example, help. You might drop a block. Oh, no. Help. And show help. It can be a card. And then invite child. And then model. You help me. Thank you. So encourage spontaneous comments. Hold the toy, but pause. You want the car? Say car or more. And then wait. And expand. Once the child use the word car, you can add, I want car. A more car, please. Use turn taking, your turn, child's turn, and then label each turn clearly. Make your child interest to pick the play scenario. High motivation in sports communication. Make the pauses longer and you feel comfortable. This gives the child a real chance to respond and gradually reduce your prompting as the child becomes more confident. The goal is to move from one-word to two-word phrases embedded in meaningful play. That's where spontaneous communication starts to bloom. Okay, now I would like to share some tricks with you when a surprise moments halfway through playtime or snack. Pause and ask, what do you want next? Then give just a tiny wait, like 3 to 5 seconds. That way builds a bit of suspense and gives the child a real chance to communicate, and it could be just a point, a vocalization, any attempt counts. Okay? Now trick number 2 is make it silly. Use something unexpected, a toy that breaks, a silly sound when ball rolls, bouncing, or doing, a puppet that that sneezes, or chew that moments grab attention, and then invite a vocal response or gesture naturally. And then trick number 3 is use your favorite things. If the child loves cars, trees, animals, bubbles, make that your love language. This is your, how you play with them, okay? And your language is your playground for them, okay? For example, bubbles, float, and then pop it, and then pause, and then pop, and then wait for a child to try, and then you can say pop, Oh, good pop, okay? Then trick number 4 is make it visible and shareable. Use visuals, yes, but also use the environment. Label a toy with a sticky note, car. Point it to when you say the word, when we are on a walk. See the dog, dog. Then pause. Engagement happens in outdoors too. And then trick number 5, celebrate the small wins. Even a small sound, gesture, or look counts. When a child tries, cheer. Yes, you said car. Then expand. Car, cargo, room. The reinforcement in that moment is golden. So you see, it's not about rigid blocks of time or complicated drills. It's about weaving speech moments in your regular life via surprise, play, visuals, favorite intros, in celebration. So if this sparks your imagination, hit the like button and keep up going. The next video will dive into more new videos. And if you like the video, just go and subscribe to the channel, comment which one you guys want to do this and what has helped to them. So now I would like to say goodbye to you. Thanks for watching. See you soon.